I knew there was more of you. Come on. Ah, shit. Welcome back. So I think this is episode 7, if I remember correctly. We ended episode 6 in... crap. Brookhaven. The nightmare version of the Brookhaven Hospital. Honestly, this one's going to take me quite a few playthroughs to get through. And, yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh. I knew it worked. And of course, we'll have our discussions about my theories on the game and honestly whatever else pops into my mind, as long as it's about the game. It'll mostly tie back. I've also kind of had a slight rough night, so my apologies if this at any point gets slightly darker than normal. But I'll try to keep it as light as Silent Hill will allow us to. We don't need to go to that just yet. I need to pick up as much of this stuff as possible. And I don't think there's a boss at the end of Brookhaven, like there has been with the last 2. Oh, that's not the right weapon. You know what I just realized? I don't think I have a hotkey to cycle through my weapons. So let's see what we can find. 'Cause struggle melee weapon or melee attack. Well, I pressed that and you pulled out a gun. Change weapon range. I guess not. So we'll just do this manually. Not the shotgun. I told you I'm having... It's a rough night. But we'll get through it. Okay. I think in this world... Jesus Christ. Where the hell did you even come from? These ladies usually come in pairs. At least I would come in pairs if there was a chainsaw wielding maniac on the loose. I am that chainsaw wielding maniac. Oh, okay. So, before we go any further, let's examine the box. We don't have any of this. However, we do have our trusty note card. And where's my pencil? And our pencil. We're done with this. Did I just say pencil? Pen, whatever. Okay. You're ready to write down some codes. Also, standard warning. This game and this commentary series is not meant for children. So if you are a child, please stop watching or go ask your parents to watch it with you. Thank you. Oh, we're not going through there yet. No. We want to go down. I want to go down. James, get down. James. Okay. Don't turn around. Okay. I was going to turn around and grab it. Also, just in lieu of tonight, which I should probably have this in every video as well. I'm surprised it's taken 5 minutes for me to say it. So I need to get onto that a little bit earlier, which is probably going to be the only scripted things I'll be in here. If you are going through a hard time and you need help, please seek it out. Keep yourself safe. And don't do anything to harm yourself. Please. I may not know you. Some of you I probably do know, but a lot of you I don't. But knowing you or not, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. So, if you need help, please find it. As a matter of fact, editor me put up some numbers for services like Agora. Okay, let's get into this. I mean, we've already been in it for a while. So, you know, we haven't really talked about the nurses so much in here. And I had a thought about them. Of course it needs a key. I had a thought about them in the last episode, and I just never got around to it. And when it comes to, or my theory with them was anyway, is I think first we need to talk about the standard theory, or the accepted theory with the nurses. There's nothing else over here we need to do, but wait. No, I think we're okay. They are the way they are because of James's pent-up sexual frustration. At least that is the accepted... Wow, I still have my chainsaw out. That's the accepted theory. Now, if you've been... Okay, I'm gonna figure out which door I want to go through first. It's not so much that I'm not lost, but I do want to figure out where I want to go first. There we go. Thank you, James. So that is the theory, that the nurses are sexy because James, if you want to listen to everybody else, is some crazy-ass sexual deviant. If that were the case, then don't you think he just would have bed Maria the moment he saw her? Or at least trying to pull a smooth game to try to get her in bed? Which, let's be honest, Maria's got the hots for him anyway, so dude wouldn't have had to work that hard to begin with. I don't think that the nurses have much to do with James's pent-up sexual frustration. I think I'm going to have to tie the movie in here first. The first Silent Hill movie. If you haven't seen it, I would go watch it. It's... I wouldn't watch the second one, because the second one is... I'm not going to say it's bad, but I'm not going to say it's... That's a gross sound. I'm not going to say it was good either. It was a cheesy video or movie adaptation of a game that they could have done better with. But the nurses, I do think we need to give the movie a little bit more credit than what it gets. And as far as this theory goes, I am... Where's the hell is that chain? There it is, okay. I am taking the movie's Or at least the first one. Never mind that. Of course it goes down. Of course it goes down. Why wouldn't it go down? I'm going to take the first movie, as I said, in this theory, as somewhat of canon. Our parts, most of it. And we're going to fit it into this theory. Now, if you're familiar with the Silent Hill lore, it is, hold on. Huh. It's either a fool in love or something. I was a fool in love once. So taking this part is so disturbing. I really don't like it. Let me get through this real fast. Okay. We gotta go get the ice pick or something like that. If you're familiar... Oh, who's here? Give me a second. I think I heard the other one over here. Oh! Oh my god, everything has gone wrong. You too? Good God. Okay. Screw me, I guess. Okay. So, with taking the movies into account and taking the story that they kind of told about the first Silent Hill, James, now is not the time. Okay, it ran away. And it's already been announced that Bloober Team is going to be remaking the first Silent Hill. So I'm really curious to know what they're going to do with that. I'm not sure I actually hit it. I think it just folded. If they'll change anything in it. I don't know if they'll change anything lore-wise, but that also has everything to do with Konami and what they decide to change. And I'd say pretty universally, the first movie is loved, in a sense. Oh, that sucks. I'm not ready to go down there yet. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. But, like I said, YouTube wants its creators to be authentic. And that is exactly what I am doing. So, this nightmare version of Silent Hill, as well as the Fog version, are essentially both creations of Alessa Gillespie. They're not essentially. They are creations of Alessa Gillespie. And, bro, come here. Back up, back up. Huh. I think there's a part here, I think it's down here where we get attacked by a crap ton of nurses. Which, mind you, we're still talking about the nurses. It's just, sometimes I like to take the long way around so people really get where I'm coming from. There's the other one. It's a mannequin. And we're clear. That one would have snuck up on us, and then I would have gone to another profanity-laced tirade because I got punched in the back of the head by an armless spook. At least it's got plenty of legs, right? Anyway, one of the characters that was important to Alessa after she had gotten burned and they tried saving her were the nurses. And this is where I'm rebuking that whole everything here has to do with James, you know, Pyramid Head it's only James's thing, and blah 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 blah. That the town is what James sees may revolve around him. Not entirely, but a lot of what he sees is revolving around him. I hear something. There it is. That's what we're looking for. There's something here, so let's... We went this way already, right? Because if we didn't, we're about to. No, we definitely didn't go this way, because I would never leave bullets just lying around. Even though I've got plenty of them. Yep, I'm not dealing with that. So, anyway, as I was saying, one of the characters that was important to Alessa's story were the nurses. There was one nurse in particular that Alessa might have, I'm going to say accidentally tortured, even though she was kind. And that character does show up in the first game. Now, I don't remember her name because this lore is a lot. And, hold on, we gotta find the chain so we can get out of here. Seeing that I am doing this off the cuff and I don't have like a ton of resources in front of me because I've got to play the game too. But if you played the first game, there's the chain. You know the character that I am referring to. Why is the chain connected to this? I don't recall this at all. Oh. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So the nurses, kind of like Pyramid Head and Laura in a sense, are all parts of the town itself. They're not necessarily here for James's sexual pleasure. Or, let's be honest, the player base is sexual pleasure. Like, let's not confuse James with the player base, because, as I said in the last video, this is not the player's story, this is James's story. But, God, the sounds in here really creep me out. That's creepy too. Lapis eye key, okay. Gonna mark that down, tell us where we need to go, James? No? Okay. Cool. So anyway, the whole thing with the nurses, basically, is they're not necessarily some type of representation of James's pent-up sexual frustration. They are more a part of the town, and that's why they've showed up in other games. Now, we can blame this on, what do you call it? On the Western developers touching the games and messing things up with them and so on and so forth. We should be able to... Yep. Okay, that spot has been blocked off permanently. Let's see. Do we want to go down the middle or to the left? Huh. I think I want to go left. So anyway, I don't think necessarily bringing back the nurses or Pyramid Head and any of the other games was a bad move lore-wise, like overarching lore-wise. Even though compared to a lot of the lore, James and Mary's, because remember I did say the story isn't just about James, it's also Mary's story. It's in here, and I know I need to get in here, but I don't remember how to get in here. Clearly not that way. We'll figure it out. Oh, there he goes. But anyway, in the overarching lore of the town, and this also includes Shepherd's Glen as well, because it's kind of part of the bigger town. You know what? I don't think I should have come left. No, there's something up here. There's a way to get in here, and I just do not recall how to do it. And I'm feeling ever so slightly dumb. Now I know this thing is here, but it's a pushable. So I guess we are gonna go center first. Or second, I guess. So the overarching lore of the story, or of the town and Shepherd's Glen, oh. Yeah, I moved that. Okay, just making sure that door's not open. It would make sense, and the movies, mind you, that the nurses would show up more often. Because no matter whose story we're looking at... Where are you going? Where the... What? Wow, I just got outplayed. James, now is not the time. This is the one drawback of this. It makes sense that the nurses, even the bugs, I think, in a sense, and Pyramid Head are going to show up in multiple games. Just a lore to the town. I gotta find that mannequin because I ain't trying to go through a tirade right now. Oh, well, let's... Okay, here's the clock. So this is the one where I get attacked by all the nurses. And we can use the shotgun to take them out. And if there's ever a time to use the shotgun, this is going to be it. Or... Shit, I should have saved. Crap, because I'll probably die here. Honestly, this part always jacks me up. Okay, where's the light? Okay. And that light is connected to this room. Slowly but surely, some of the puzzles are starting to come back to me. Turn that. There it is. Watch it go dark. Okay, this is important. There are 6 pills in here. So 6. 2. And then we're going to have to organize these numbers in just a bit. What does that say? It looks like it's pointed at 6. Oh wait, no. We have to straighten out the clock. I can't read that. Okay, there we go. 1 year. They've been watching me. So many pills they fed. Okay, so we see what this one's at. So there's 4 numbers here. So I'm thinking it's 1, 6. Pills they fed me. When a loud hour comes. 2's the last number. When the loud hour comes, and that is going to be the clock. So we gotta go get the clock now. And I'm pretty sure it's the clock is where we get totally jacked up. You know what? I am not gonna bother. We are just gonna go with a shoddy and be done with it. 7. Yeah, it's pointed at 7. So it's 1672, I think. No? Okay, it's not 7. So let me erase that number real fast. And we're going to get back to the theory of crafting here in just a minute. Give me a second. It can't be 12. It has to be a single digit number. 2. Dude, screw this. Let's be smart about it. Why didn't I ever think about this before? Shit, what's the number? 2. So 1622. Just the 1 came through? Okay. I knew there was more of you. Come on. Ah, shit. I'm just gonna go back through here. Ha. You jerk. Come on. Can I shoot through here? See, it's the little guy that always got me. I'm gonna say that didn't work. Maybe smaller arms? Yes. Come on. The noises the nurses make, I think, are probably the creepiest noises that any monster can make in the game. That's just me, though. Where are you? Okay, we're solid. So yeah, nurses, Pyramid Head, the bugs. I think it all makes sense that they would show up in multiple games. There's also this thing about... I totally equipped that. Nope. There we go. There's also this thing about the way the nurses die. Not all their legs are splayed open. This ones are actually more or less closed. And it's not like they're falling in these sexy positions. And I think that just kind of pokes a wee bit hole in the whole thing. Now, why are they... If we could look at it a little bit more as far as James goes, that... And why they're sexy, I guess we could say. Is that a ladder? Nope, it's not a ladder. Other than going to work, because James is a clerk, that's his job description. There are bullets over here that I missed, apparently. I'm going to assume he probably stayed home drinking himself stupid most nights. I just saw something else over here. Okay, how do we get through here? So the chances are the only women that James probably saw were the nurses. As far as their get-up goes, the way they're dressed, once again, Nope, it's 2. Okay. We have to remember the time that this game is taking place. Somewhere in the late 80s, early 90s. Nurses were not dressing like that in the 80s and the 90s. How do I know this? I spent my childhood in the hospital. Oh good, we can just save here. Because I have pretty severe asthma. Even as an adult, I was not one of those ones lucky enough to grow out of it. So, I'd say at any given time, any given year, between the ages of, 3 maybe, to, I think my last hospital stay due to asthma was probably when I was 12. I spent anywhere between a good 2 to 2.5 months in the hospital every single year, in a bed, hooked up to a nebulizer the entire time. So what did we say? We said 1, 6, 2, 2. So I was constantly surrounded by nurses. I'd say I made some pretty good friends with nurses. And then there's also the fact that I was shot in the eye with a BB gun when I was 8 years old. And I spent a while in the hospital for that. And then I had 2 surgeries on that, both of them failed. And each time there, I also probably spent collectively about 2 to 3 months in the hospital just because of that. Nurses were not dressing the way nurses dress in this game. They don't. They didn't. It makes... There's gotta be... Oh, right. I pushed that to get over here because that's where the chain goes. The way the nurses are dressed is more akin to the way they might have dressed when Alessa was alive. Which, God, I want to say it's the early 1900s, maybe the late 1800s. I'm actually going to pull that information up real fast because I want to know, but I also need to go get something to drink and do a few other things. So, I'm going to pause here real fast, and this is going to seem like another 5-second pause, you guys. But I'm going to pause, I'm going to look that up, and I'll come back with the correct information, and we'll continue play. So, give me a hot second here. Okay, we're back. So I did... Yeah, we're going to have to pause this again while I explain this stuff. So, I did a little bit of research here as I was getting some stuff ready. Still not entirely ready, but it needs a little bit of time to cook there. First and foremost, we do have to note that even the Silent Hill team doesn't necessarily say when each game takes place or what's particularly going on here. So we have to look at the games themselves. And we've already brought up Silent Hill Homecoming quite a bit because, first of all, the Mary Shepard and Alex Shepard connection. And I was off by anywhere from 74 to 174 years when it came to when Alessa Gillespie died. So according to the movies, she died in, I'm just going to pause this, she died in 1974. So I was off there by a bit. My bad. Now if we look at, hold on, let me get up the correct thing here. On the right, this is what nurses were wearing in 1974. As a matter of fact, the date is right here on the bottom. 1974. So if she dies in 1974, this is what the nurses would be wearing, which I think they typically call them petticoats. If we look at the nurses from Silent Hill 2, they're wearing something very similar. Hat's the same shape, dress is the same thing. I don't know about these legs, but you know. And I believe the nurses in Homecoming look very similar to this. As a matter of fact, I think most of the nurses in the game look similar to this. Now, if we go off the information that we got from Silent Hill Homecoming, the original Silent Hill would have taken place in 1983, which is kind of creepy because that's the year I was born. Yes, I'm in my 40s. Silent Hill 2 took place in 1993. Now, here we go. Is this it? No, I think I may have left that page. In the 1990s, this is how nurses were dressing. And that change happened in the late 70s to roughly the early mid 80s. So we're going to say 78 to, at the very latest, 84, 85, somewhere around there. Okay, that's out of the way. So if Silent Hill 2 did take place in 1993, which means his wife would have gotten sick in 1990, by then most hospitals would have already switched over to nurses wearing scrubs. Oh, are we back in the game? Yes, we're back in the game. That change of clothing, that change of styling, is why I am... Oh, we still haven't gotten over there yet. Is why I'm pretty sure these nurses have... Did we get another key? I don't think we got another key. That change of clothing is pretty much why I'm saying these... Shit. Is why these nurses don't have as much to do with James as we would like to believe. They are more there as a being that Alessa Gillespie created. We gotta get in here. I don't have a key for it because the key's in here, and I'm very, very lost right now. Oh, wait. I just can't remember how to get into this room. It's driving me up the wall. broken urinal. This is the men's bathroom. I'm waiting until we go into that one bathroom that has that jump scare. Just waiting for it. James? Can you not right now? Thank you. So yeah, I think that particular theory is more fans and their pent-up sexual frustration more than James's pent-up sexual frustration. And as I said, going back to even the original Silent Hill team, especially with Silent Hill 2, they can't decide which ending is supposed to be the canon ending or which one is a true ending. They leave this all up to fans. And I love that they do that, because then we get to do things like theory crafting. And God, I am so lost. Wait, is this working? No, that's not working. But if it wasn't for that openness that they gave us, I wouldn't be doing this. God, how did we get over there? Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Thought I saw a hole in the wall. So we're very lost, and we're just going to be running around until we figure out what the hell we're supposed to do here. I'm sure you're screaming at me in the comments right now. Or if you're not screaming at me in the comments, you're at least screaming at me in your head. God, I wish I could remember. No, because we definitely need to... I know there's a thing in here that we need to pull out, and it goes over here for us to go into where the chain goes. But I don't remember how to get into that room. And I feel really, really stupid right now. I feel it has something to do with that hole, too. That's covered up by that picture. That makes sense now. He is on high alert. That thing has been out the entire time. Given there's nurses like right there. Back on high alert. And there's nothing on the walls that we can break. Oh, Jesus! It's been sitting here the whole time. How many times did I run past that? Okay, this is one of those areas. This is an area where you can get overrun. Damn, this far even? I think the nurses can come through here. Come on, baby. Come on, you beautiful, beautiful monster. Okay. The rest of this should go a little bit faster than what y'all just witnessed. Is that a mannequin? No, it's... I am always ready to kill a mannequin. Which reminds me, I should probably... I haven't used my bullets too much, but I'm really saving them for when we get to the point to where they start climbing the walls and crap. There we go. Okay. You know, I also wonder, because I'm kind of curious now. Oh, she's getting in there. There we go, James. I don't remember the hospital Alessa was in when she kind of died. More or less died. Let's see. So I'm looking this one up on the phone. Because I'm really curious now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's figure this out here. Okay, so yeah, I was right. It's this hospital. Which makes sense. Which just ties it back to the movie and Homecoming even more. Oh, shit. Okay, that little thing scared me a little bit there. And of course, I do, definitely encourage and invite anybody watching this and listening to share your thoughts in the comments and what are your theories. As I said, these are just mine. That doesn't mean that anybody else is wrong. This is how my headcanon works. Because headcanon is still important. He's there again, looking, staring. He says he'll drag me there. I don't want to. I won't let him take me. Who are they talking about? I was not ready for that. I am not ready for any of this. Director's office. Nice. I really don't like that. No one knows. What died? Oh. Oh. Hold on. Let's back away from there. Because that heavy breathing is creeping me out. We gotta go back to Alessa here. And this is another movie tie-in. She was hooked up to a respirator. Listen to this. Listen. Doesn't that sound like somebody who's on a respirator? And then we leave that room and it goes away. That might have actually been the room this might have been the room that she was kept in. Huh. I didn't even notice that little detail the first time. Or the second time, shit. But this time, that's where I'm going with it. I think that was the room they held her in. And maybe held is the wrong word. Okay. And the result, let's just read it this way. All around. There's a 17 on the bottom there. So let's write down 17. And I'm assuming that code is going to be a 4-digit code. I can't, I don't know for sure. But I'm gonna go with 4-digit code. Okay. We are definitely going to listen to the note, or the recording. There'll be no pain anymore. Ugh. No pain, no pain, no pain. Okay. So, I'm assuming... Oh. Three. There's a 3 on the table there. Just now noticed that. pain. I feel like there should be one more number somewhere around here. So we have 17, 3. I don't like how that thing is. That was 17. The other thing just kept saying no pain. There will be no pain anymore. Manic scribble. Short yet haunting. No pain. 6. I guess there's 6 letters in there, but I don't think that's something the developers would do. That'd be clever as hell, though. Right, here it is. So maybe this is what gives it to us. But we need to give it power first. I don't think there's anything in here. This room is just creepy. And there's nothing adjacent to it, so let's go this way. And we are reaching the end. Is this the bathroom with the jump scare? No. I'm really waiting for that. Okay, I'm gonna go that way just yet. Is she gonna come through the, I mean, if she comes through there, I'll chainsaw her. I have no problem with that. You are not who I was expecting. Come on. I can't go over there. It's gross. Never mind. Is there something behind me too? No. As I said, these things always run in pairs. Okay. So that's another way to get there for some reason. Creepy floor. That door won't open. I should probably check it anyway. Okay. Better to confirm than be sorry. Go through here. And honestly, when you go into the nightmare world, a lot of the things here seem more like they're from the 70s. In the fog world, seem a little bit more up to date. Until they solve. Unless it's a 3-digit code, it could be 173. But I don't think it is. I think it has more to do with this thing. Oh wait, I don't want to erase that because that could be important for something. So 9, 6, 5, 3. Okay. And that should get us into the box. And then we should be able to reach my next big point before this episode ends. Because this whole section here, this is basically the hospital. Like, that's it. We're basically done with it. That went a lot faster than it did last time. Even though I got lost. That went much faster. Okay. So it was 9, 6, 5, 3. Uh-oh. 3, Okay, well, let's erase this, and we will go back and we'll check it. At least we definitely know it's a 4-digit number. It's not like we have to go very far either, because we can cut through here. Which I guess makes that a little bit easier. Back up the ladder. And into the creepy Bernie room. 996. That's a 3, right? 9, 6, 5. It could be an 8. I'm gonna put 8 in parentheses. Unless I'm missing something. I might be missing something. I don't know. Either way, we gotta get this done quick so I can stay within the time frame I'm trying to do here. And we've got enough time to actually talk about what I want to talk about. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to save this. And we'll have to pick it up in episode 8. 9, 6, 5, 8. What the hell? Okay, I've tried it 3 times. It didn't work. I am now officially insane. What am I missing? 9, 17. Unless it's... Okay, the code is definitely has these numbers in it. It's not an 8. I think that was definitely a 3. I don't know what I'm missing. 6, 9, 5, 3. Okay, cool. We're gonna... This is gonna get real boring. Was that first number not a 9? Like, what am I missing? Seriously, this is kind of driving me up the wall right now. How many times are we going to have to go back through here for me to figure this out? It's got to be on here somewhere. 3. 3 is important. 17 has got to be important. If it's not 173 or 317... There's nothing else in here that's telling us what that is. Wait, usually he jots things... Oh, I didn't... Was that it? Surgical chair. Generator. 9659, is that what that's supposed to be? Is that a 9, 6? It is a 9. I could have just looked at the map. That could be a 3 too. Like, whatever. Okay, let's get back down here. I don't know why I didn't think it was I mean, a part of me thought it was a 9, but I was like, would they really repeat the number? But I guess they did with one of the codes, because it had a double 2. So 9659. There we go. Okay, we can go back now. Okay. Cutscene. Let's watch this. -1. Elevator 1. Okay. So, let's keep in mind the empty box here. We are not going to get to the part that I wanted to talk about in depth, but we can start to talk about it here. The box is empty. And he thought what he was looking for was some proof of Mary in that box.
Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another exciting edition of Trick or Treat, where you answer our questions correctly and win a prize beyond your
I don't think I'm going to remember all these answers.
Or you fail to answer correctly and receive the punishment. It's all in the hands of our lucky contestant, James Sunderland. James, are you ready to play Trick or Treat? Excellent. Here's your first question. In the early 1800s, a terrible disease spread across Silent Hill, resulting in the death of many of its inhabitants. Their bodies thrown into the lake to sleep forever in their watery grave. How many souls were lost during the plague? 1, 42, 2, 67, 3, 85. Know the answer? Well, you better hold on to it. You never know when it might come in handy. Now, on to the second question. Follow Sanders Street heading east and further on to the outskirts of town. One and only one road will take you towards the lumber yard and the cemetery. What is the name of that road?
Ah, shit.
1. Bachman Road.
Bachman.
2. Munson Street. 3. Wiltsea Road. Did you get that? I sure as hell hope so. And for a third and final question, Silent Hill witnessed a gruesome murder a few years back. A brother and sister were playing in the road when they were attacked and chopped into pieces with an axe. Torn flesh, smashed bones, splattered blood. What a terrible tragedy. What a gruesome end to such innocent lives. One of the victims was a local boy named Billy Loquet. But what was the name of the other victim?
Oh boy.
Billy's sister. 1. Miriam. 2. Heather. 3. Julia. Well, that's the last of our questions.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably not going to open the box that these have to do with.
The time will soon come to collect your prizes. But be careful. If you're wrong, well, looks like that's all the time we have for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Can we get on with it?
Somewhere, sometime, in sickness or in health. Bye.
Yeah, there's a special box that those answers go to. And I typically botch that every single time, so I don't think we're even going to deal with it. And it is in here. I think it is in this location. But we're not going to deal with it right now. Okay, there's one. There's the other one. Oh no, she's here. There you are, but that doesn't explain where the other nurse is. What the hell? Fucking bugs. Oh lord. There we go. That was it. Okay. They don't always travel in pairs. There have been a few times where we have killed just one of them and then some other stuff, but there's almost always another enemy around them somewhere. Still kind of a pair, I guess. Nothing there. Okay, we're gonna have to find the next save spot and end this segment of this playthrough and the analysis, and then we will pick it up in episode 8. Is it 8? I think it's 8 because this is 7. I'm doing a lot here right now, so I forget often. I'm also incredibly lost. Hold on. Let's see. Here we go. Is that the killer steam? No. You know what I'm talking about. If you play games, you see steam blowing out somewhere and you're like, that's probably gonna hurt me. You should be able to just duck under it or move past it real fast, or I don't know, grab a plate of metal or cardboard or whatever. What was that? Yeah, I knew you were in here. Something just said there's a mannequin in here. Okay. Let's continue. Can't go to that door. Unless we like getting tetanus. Never leave a bullet behind. And always strike a pose. More restoratives. I've got a butt ton of those things. We could just take all the hits in the world. Well, maybe like 50. Let's say about 50. But the enemies are getting stronger, so maybe a little bit less. 45. Let's say 45 hits. Where is she? Oh boy. Please don't hit me. Man, I'll tell you what. The knife-wielding nurses are some of the hardest hitting enemies in this game. I mean, they can't one-shot you, but it sure as hell feels like they could. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Oh. We're at this... No, we're still in the basement. We have not gone upstairs. Wait. Oh, a ring. Copper ring. Okay. And there we go.
Mary. Oh. Maria, I thought... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? I was almost killed back there. I have never been so scared in my whole life. All you care about is that dead wife of yours. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't leave me alone again. You're supposed to take care of me. So what about Laura? You found her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
What? Well, we have to find her.
Yeah, you really seem to care about that girl. Do you know her?
I've never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone and... I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's up to me to protect her. Come
Okay.
on, let's go look for her.
Sorry, Maria. So a few things. We have 9 minutes. So a few things here. He opens that box, the empty box, expecting there to be something in there to show proof of Mary's whereabouts. And then he runs into Maria, who vanished, which, remember we said, or I said, I'm going to go with we. She's the one that I believe was actually wheeled away on that gurney before, when we were getting pulled into the nightmare realm. We're gonna save before we go downstairs, and we're gonna pick up that theory in the next episode. Syringe. We got a ton of those too, don't we? She seemed to have no problem going that way. But,
What the hell is that?
there you go.
What do you know? A stroll in the rain. How romantic.
Maria, what are you talking about?
Trying to keep things light, James. Just
Yeah. Sorry.
Pool. Oh, the pool's just a giant hole now, too. The pool's also backwards. Oh, big sneeze came through. Sorry. Okay, things are feeling a little bit more, familiar. Just gotta search around for whatever it is we can find. Even if we are playing this on story mode, essentially, I like to pick up everything I can find. That door creak was
Is that what I
creepy.
think it is? Having trouble there?
Yeah. You think you could give me a hand?
Me? You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help? Fine.
Oh, God.
I would not breathe that in.
What's this? Not very cute, is it? Here, why don't you take it?
Thanks.
Okay. We're gonna need that ring
So,
for the next part.
Where to now?
Come on.
So the few minutes that we have left in this, as I was saying, there's the empty box. He runs into Maria. Same person as far as this is concerned. And once again, she seems very eager to get into his space. Just flip this thing over. Nothing. Change the brightnesses. And then she says he's supposed to protect her. Now, that is what a spouse is supposed to do in general. They're supposed to protect each other. And James unfortunately... Oh, perfect. James unfortunately failed at protecting Mary. And it's not a fault of his own. It's not like he chose to not protect her. How do you stop a disease like that? That's kind of the question. He didn't have much of a choice. Even the way they interact with each other, it feels more like not even a... That last interaction there, she seems... And I don't want to say playful just because... Is it 1? Or we can go to 2. I hope it's 2. I guess I'll find out. They both seem like they're forgetting something. He's forgotten her and won't accept who she's become or who Mary would have been if she had survived. And if it were Mary, she's up and forgotten Laura.
Who's that?
And you would think, if the town created her, then that's a detail it wouldn't necessarily have left out. With that, I think we're actually going to end this episode because the next part's going to take some time, and we'll just pick it up. We'll pick it up at the beginning of the next episode. It's going to take some time for us to get through and to do that more theory crafting there. So, with that said, as I said at the beginning, if you were going through a hard time and you need somebody to talk to, please find somebody or contact the number that I'm going to put up on the screen here. Whatever you do, try not to hurt yourself. There are people out there that love you, even if sometimes it feels like there aren't. On that somber note, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.